my viewer. Thank you for tuning to our channel. I am your host, Stephanie Mokiri, and this is Inside the Political Circle. So today I have two wonderful men with me here, and they are really good in politics. So I'm just going to give them to introduce themselves briefly from my father's end.
I am Enrico Ezekiel, and I'm glad to be here.
So thank you so much for coming. We have
I am Joseph Mutunga, a political analyst, and I'm so proud to be here today.
So thank you so much. So we're just going to jump into action. Today's topic, they are really hot. So I believe you're ready. You're ready for this. And so to my guest. So are you ready for this discussion?
Absolutely, very, very.
As we are.
Okay, so my very first question, I'm going to direct it to you, Mr. Mutunga.
Okay.
There have been political differences between Honorable Raila Odinga and the DP, Mr. William Ruto. That is since 2018, which has probably caused the handshake. So do you think the handshake has led to the existing government performing poorly, like the way they've been serving us? So do you think the handshake has probably directed these claims of them serving poorly to the handshake?
To me, if I may contribute to this question of yours, is that the handshake has caused more trouble than its benefit to the government. Because you have never heard of any country that doesn't have political, maybe the people who go against the government, that is opposition leaders. In Kenya, after the election, you have Raila Odinga joining Uhuru Kenyatta, and then we have been left without opposition leaders who control the actions of the government. So that's why you have seen all these things happening every day, each and every day, everywhere. You hear people saying that the handshake has caused more trouble. Because if now Raila Odinga was on his side of functions as an opposition leader, he could be now correcting Uhuru Kenyatta when he's doing his duties. And maybe he could be telling him that what you have done is wrong and what you have done is right. And that's why you are saying that the handshake has caused more trouble. In fact, it has separated them from working as one government. Deputy Ruto has formed his own political party, UDA, while Uhuru Kenyatta has been left with his own political party, Jubilee. And that's why you're saying that it has caused that dispersion.
Okay, well, according to what some people say is that the handshake has probably helped the existing government, like, so some say that it has positivity.
Yes, we are not going contrary to your point. But then what you're trying to mean is that this government has brought more trouble than its benefit. Because when you see the handshake happened, and immediately after it happened, then the deputy president was replaced by someone else who was not supposed to be the deputy president. And then the deputy president, in quotes, started controlling the government, started controlling the president himself, yet he was not elected to be the deputy president. That's why we are saying that it has caused more trouble. Yeah.
So, Mister, what's your view on this?
I believe political deal, sometimes we need to behave like humans. To have handshake is alright, but remember, even in normal life, excitement beyond control, that is madness. And even worry on other side, worry beyond control, that is depression. So what we see is that the government lost its control because of excitement of hardship. And on the other side, that is the allies to deputy president, they lost control because of sense of worries about their visions 2022. So it is all about confusion, because one is worried about this, others are excited about the other thing. So there is a lot of misfortunes, and you will find that at the center of all these things, the team for excitement, the team for depression, the one who is suffering is the common mwananchi. Yeah.
Yeah. So according to you, the handshake is costing the common mwananchi, like you've said, to suffer?
Yeah, and not necessarily to one side of handshake, even to this team that appears to look like it is the opposition party now. I believe there is a way they could resolve issues even to pull down their ambitions maybe for elections, and then they decide, let now serve Kenyans. If really the needs of Kenyans are met, then we can propel our ideas after we have served our members of the country. Yeah.
Well, according to your views, the both of you, I believe that actually what I've come up with is that the handshake is causing suffering to the common mananchi. Or what do you think?
Absolutely.
True.
It's causing more trouble, yeah.
It is causing trouble. What about you? Do you agree or disagree?
I said, when we say about hardship, remember, there is many parties to blame concerning the hardship.
Yeah.
Because even to those who are saying, then we were not part of failure with hardship, then what are the remedies have they done really that are tangible? Because to be a spectator and telling us that everything is going into mess and you are doing absolutely nothing, it doesn't help. We need somebody who can just do something tangible, something that Kenyans can feel. For example, right now Kenyans out there are crying because of rising in living standards. The cost of living is so high. People are dying. People are yawning every morning. So even if there is hardship or not, are we on focus as a government? Our agenda, how did it get lost? And then what shall we tell our people then? Even if you say somebody came and did what the literature could you do? What could you do, even that literature? Yeah. That is what we want to see in the table as Kenyans.
Yeah. So besides the handshake, the common or the core business is the common mwananchi. With or without the handshake, the needs of the common mwananchi must be served. That is the basic thing. So we should not come to confuse things here, or maybe they should not confuse us, because with or without the handshake, the citizens must be served.
Yeah. And to make it more clear, this hardship is not something from hell or from heaven. It is of the Constitution. The Constitution we amended on 2010 is the same, is the document with all these things we are seeing. Because if it's infrastructure, is in the Constitution. If it's about IBC, is contained in the same Constitution. If it's about maybe about ESCC and all those criminal system, it is in the Constitution.
Okay.
So there is nothing they are giving us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Mutunga, the handshake was between Raila Amolo Odinga, who is from a different party, and then we have our very own president.
Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like he was leaving his very own party and coming to join hands with another party. Don't forget that there's this party, this existing government.
Yeah. Now, if you allow me to speak about it, you know, one thing Raila did when he was now included in the handshake is that he betrayed his own party. Because they had decided that they will never in any single day work with the government, whereby they used to call them thieves, they used to call them killers, they used to call them all sorts of names when they were campaigning. And then they promised the people their own agenda. They brought to the people and to the citizens of their country their own agendas. And then the other party, that is Jubilee, being led by Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, they brought to the citizens their own agendas. So by joining hands together, we should be able to see more benefits, more than, we should not focus to the, in fact we should have forgotten already about the handshake. But now the reason why we are remembering the handshake is because there is, like, when they were doing the handshake, they forgot to talk about the agendas from the common mwananchi, and they started now talking about their own affairs. They focused about bringing peace rather than bringing development to the mwananchi. And that's why you can see that they are very stable and they are two in one. They are serving the same government, yet they were from different political parties.
Okay, so that brings us to another question. So, Our president is betraying his deputy president by supporting Raila Amolo Odinga on the forthcoming elections. So, sir, what do you think about this? Is this really betrayal?
To me, you know, from immemorial, and we have all learned from every part of the world that betrayal is the currency of politics. So when we see betrayal, actually we should not even worry, because there will be, even to the coming future, betrayals. So for Uhuru to endorse Raila is all right, because even Raila betraying the NASA principles, that is on during the handshake, I think, memories. So about betrayal is something that is common, especially in politics, and and also politics are driven by breadth of ambitions. Rice, that's the president of the republic, is doing the things because of one thing. He wants to have some ambitions even after the exit in office. So he aims to something. And it may not be to public domain, but he wants something. Because that is politics. Kwa siasa, that is how they run it. They run it with what will I gain and how will I achieve it.
This topic is getting hotter every moment, so we are going to take a short break and we'll be back soon. So we've had such an intense conversation today, and I believe that we've answered the questions that you expected us to answer, Kenyans. And I believe my guests, they have already clarified there is the need for all of us to get our voters card so that we can cast our votes and get the leaders of our choice. And so I want to say thank you very much to my guests for coming and for contributing. And to you, Kenyans, remember the ball is on your court. You just need to go and vote for the leader that is going to serve your needs. And I've been your host, Stephanie Mokiri. Thank you for tuning all through.